We are at the Sonny Bono Wildlife Refuge, looking for a bunch of birds today. This refuge is a really incredible place because it's one of the most significant and diverse populations of birds in the continental US. So there's like 400 kinds of birds here, which is insane. And it's also a very significant stop on the Pacific Flyway. So when all these birds every year are migrating at the same time from Patagonia up to Alaska, they stop here, which is so cool. And right now, it is winter, so there are thousands and thousands of snow geese here. You might be able to hear them behind me, but they all just kind of hang out in these crazy big flocks, and they're squawking and just being very funny. And, you know, it's really a sight to see, so... The other thing they have here is these burrowing owls, and they're so cute. They live in the dirt, and they're nocturnal, but they're up all day, so you can just see them as you're hanging out in the refuge, driving around. Really a special place for wildlife and a cool place in the Colorado desert. You'll see these owls coming out of their dirt burrows in the ground, but you'll also see them coming out of a pipe. And these pipes are actually makeshift burrows that were created by the refuge in order to increase the habitats for these owls. So this refuge is in a really fascinating place called the Salton Sea, which is a lake in California, but it was created because two tectonic plates have been spreading apart and creating a trough, and this lake is the low point of the trough, which is very cool. So it's had many lives as a lake, as a sea over the history of the earth, but the Salton Sea, as the current iteration of the lake, has had a really interesting life. In the 1950s and 60s, the Salton Sea was a resort destination, but agricultural runoff and climate issues caused huge problems with the wildlife here. Thousands of birds and fish dying on the shores of the Salton Sea, which ended that era of tourism. We're in Bombay Beach for the sunset, and Bombay Beach is one of the resort towns that used to be, but now people live here, and it's very artsy. There's lots of art installations all over the beach, which is really interesting, and it's just stunning sunset location. Lots of interesting things here, art, people, etc.